You find yourself in a battle with a very strong trainer. You have been fighting for some time, and you have finally taken him down to his last Pokemon. Finally you can beat him, you think to yourself. But there is one massive problem. He brings out his star Pokemon, Shedinja, and that's really bad. For you, not him. For him it's great, since your 3 remaining Pokemon are Water, Fighting, and Normal type. The bigger issue here, that being Shedinja's unique ability, Wonder Guard, which makes it that only moves that are super effective against it actually damage it. Now the question being, how do you beat him? Okay, let's examine this issue in much more detail. You are facing Trainer Andy. Trainer Andy only has one Pokemon left, Shedinja. Shedinja is, in this context, not the best Pokemon. Its highest stat is Attack, with almost all the others being substantially lower. In particular its HP, which is always just 1. This is good for us because to win, we only need to hit him once. This should be easy. However, we do have one small problem. As I said before, Shedinja has an ability called Wonder Guard, which basically allows it to be immune to all attacks unless it is super effective against their type. In this case, Shedinja is Ghost and Bug type, meaning it is weak to Flying, Fire, Rock, Ghost, and Dark types. There are a few details about this ability. Some abilities can bypass Wonder Guard, such as Mold Breaker. Moreover, Wonder Guard does not protect it against status moves. Now let's explore the moves of this Pokemon in a bit more detail. Andy's Shedinja has 4 moves. The first is Spite, which decreases the PP of the last move used by the opponent. The second is Shadow Ball, an 80 power move with a 20% chance of decreasing the opposing Pokemon's special defense. The third is Agility, a very useful move that allows Shedinja to increase its speed by 2 stages. Meaning even if you do get a type that hits it, with enough setup, that cannot really matter either. And the fourth is Bug Buzz, a 90 power move that yet again has a chance of lowering the opposing Pokemon's special defense. Now we get to your Pokemon, which are honestly a mess. Your first Pokemon is your starter, Prinplup. It has the ability Torrent. If the Pokemon has 1/3 of its health left, or less, the ability kicks in and allows water type moves to hit twice as hard. You taught it 4 moves. The first is Bubble Beam, a 65 power water type move with a 33.2% chance of lowering the opposing Pokemon's speed. The second is Fury Swipe, a 15 power normal type move with a chance of the move hitting multiple times, a 35% chance of it hitting twice or 3 times, and a 15% chance of it hitting 4 or 5 times. The third move is Swagger, a normal type move that confuses the opponent. However, it also raises the opponent's attack by 2 stages, so it's more of a gamble move. Something of note, the move fails if it is already confused or if their attack stat can go any higher. Fourth is Metal Claw, a 50 power steel type move which has a 10% chance of raising their attack. Your second Pokemon is Hariyama. It has the ability Guts. Its attack can be raised by 50%, but only if it has a status effect. Its first move is Seismic Toss, a fighting type move that inflicts damage proportional to the opponent's level. The second is Detect, a fighting type move that protects the user from damage or any other attack from the opponent with some exceptions, such as weather conditions like hail, which for some reason never seems to bother the trainer. I mean, if the superpowered animal is taking damage from it, then the 10-year-old should be just dead, but whatever. Third is Bulk Up, a fighting type move that increases both attack and defense. The fourth is Force Palm, a 60 power fighting type move that has a 1 in 3 chance of inflicting paralysis. Your third Pokemon is Chansey, which has the ability Serene Grace, which allows the user to double the chances of a move's secondary effect taking place. So for example, if Chansey had a move with a 10% chance of confusing the opponent, well, the move now has a 20% chance of confusing the opponent. Its first move is Takedown, a 90 power normal type move with recoil, specifically 1/4 of the damage inflicted. The second is Copycat, a normal type move which allows the user to copy other moves. Well, with some caveats. The move copied has to be the last move used in battle. The third is Sting, a normal type move that can put the opponent to sleep, which is pretty straightforward. And the fourth is Life Dew. This normal type move will heal you and any ally on the field with 25% of your full health. And if you're really into Pokemon, which I mean, look where you are right now, one thing that is obvious, but should still be stated, is that Chansey is like really bulky, so it can take a bunch of hits. As it currently stands, none of our Pokemon have moves that can actually touch him. That being said, there still exists several different ways in which victory is still possible. But for now, let's talk about one. Struggle is a move that any Pokemon could use when it has lost PP and everything. And coincidentally, it is one of the only moves that every Pokemon could use, which can also touch Shedinja. On top of that, Shedinja has Spite, which should speed up the process. Maybe if we could get one of our Pokemon to that state, it can win. But I'm not sure if that's even really viable. By the time one of our Pokemon could use Struggle, Shedinja could kill us. And not to mention it's going to be really long. Moreover, Struggle has recoil, so it could kill us just as much as it could kill it. Overall, it is not a viable solution to the problem. But perhaps the help we need can come from Shedinja. Chansey has Copycat. Therefore, if we could copy Spite, we could use the move on Shedinja and make it lose all of its PP. Even if we don't get all of its PP after using Spite, we can still wait it out with Chansey and Hariyama. Once that happens, all it takes is one recoil from Struggle to kill it. Okay, let's do it one more time. The match continues, and you send out Chansey. You wait until Shedinja uses Spite, and once that happens, you use Copycat. Once you have Spite, use it until you have used all the PP you can. I can't really tell you how long that will take, since Spite has a chance of removing PP from 3 to 5. Hopefully it goes well. Once that happens, it'll probably have a bunch of PP left in some moves. Here's where you play the waiting game. You can stay on Chansey or switch to Hariyama. By that point, just wait until Shedinja uses all of its moves. And then, well, you'll be forced to use Struggle, fainting itself in the process. And yeah, that's pretty much it. As I said, there probably are many other ways you can actually win this battle, with this one being an example. But can you think of any other ways you can win this match? If you can, let me know in the comments. Anyways, that's it. Thanks for watching. Peace.